It's been a busy couple of weeks for the Montreal Canadiens in a coaching change in Claude Julien, Kirk Muller being let go. And yesterday night, Marc Bergevin makes the decision to let go of Stéphane Waite, goaltending coach, and promote Sean Burke to goaltending director. And I wanted to make a video because this seems to be quite controversial. A lot of people here up in arms and saying that the Montreal Canadiens are using a scapegoat for this goaltending coach because of Carey Price not being held accountable. So that's one perspective, and maybe that's a fair one. I'd like to present mine, and you can present yours down below if you disagree with me. I think that this is good, that this is something that needed to be done given the fact that Carey Price is not at his best. And when you talk about accountability, Carey Price has been with Stéphane Waite for 8 years now. And there's been some ups, some downs. And during that period, the Habs have been never really that great on paper, apart from maybe the moments where the team was really systemically based around Carey Price being at his peak. And that was at the time that Stéphane Waite was brought in and really brought Carey Price to his prime. However, in the past couple of years, when the team has been through a retool and the roster has not yet been at a place where you can necessarily put all of the blame on Carey Price, this is the main difference, is that there was a benefit of the doubt. Carey Price never had a great backup goaltender. I think the last good one was probably Peter Budaj, so case in point. And now we head into this season, and the Montreal Canadiens on paper, especially with the backup goaltending situation with Jake Allen playing better than Carey Price at the moment, the benefit of the doubt is no longer there. And I believe if you're Marc Bergevin making this move, it truly sends a message to Carey Price. And he was very clear. And if you haven't seen the Marc Bergevin presser, you should, because it's quite entertaining in a lot of different ways. But for me, this is the way that I view it, is that Carey Price is no longer being given the benefit of the doubt. The standards for this team comes back to, I think, Claude Julien, Kirk Muller being let go. And if it means that Stéphane Waite, who's been here for 8 years, needs to let go for Carey Price to get a new voice and kind of a wake-up call, I think it makes sense. It's a hard move to do. On a human level, it's not great to see, somebody fired and these types of changes made. But if you're a GM trying to get the best out of your $10.5 million asset in Carey Price and the job is not getting done right now, what else do you do? This is a message. And probably the only bullet that's left here for Carey Price, for him to be like, oh, it is on me. And he knows it's on him. But it's another kind of reinforcing message from your GM that has been in the past very, very protective of this goaltender. And with reason, because this is a guy that has been through quite a bit, has carried this team on his shoulders alone. And probably the only reason that the Montreal Canadiens, rather, have not been at the bottom of the barrel back in the day. So right now, the roster is too good, and it's just, I think, again, the benefit of the doubt that has been removed, because everything from a roster standpoint, maybe apart from, certain elements down the middle of your Suzuki's and your Kotkaniemi's and your Danaults that are not up to the level of other centermen in other teams. But for me, this is the right move. It has nothing to do with not holding Carey Price accountable. If anything, this sends a message that this needs to change. And this was the first time that I saw Marc Bergevin being a little bit more harsh and more direct in his comments. And Carey Price addressing the fact that, he's ready for a new voice. It's a new perspective. And sometimes that could be beneficial. So I don't know what you guys think. There's two camps here that I'm seeing on social media that, this is all on Carey Price. I don't necessarily agree with that at all. And the context is completely different this season, given the fact that there's been roster moves. And now you're at a point where you expect more. So let me know what you guys think. This is a pretty controversial topic, very interesting one. So if you guys have any comments, if you disagree, you can be respectful, you can be non-respectful, but I'd like to get your comments regardless. And if you guys enjoy the content, if you enjoy our podcast, a like and a subscribe goes a long way. So thank you. And if not, go Habs go, baby.